So I'm here with Matt. I believe you're co-owner of Banner Arms and everything. And
co-owner and lead blade grinder. Yeah.
Nice. So this is actually built in Baltimore, correct?
Yes, Baltimore, Maryland's where our shop is.
Oh my goodness. So how long have you been doing this?
I'm in my 19th year of making swords and different weapons. I've been doing the show now for about 3 years, and this is our first season on TV.
Oh yeah, because you were originally on YouTube more, and if I remember, did Danny Trejo just kind of pop in closer to the end of that, or?
Sure, he was a special guest on a couple of our Battlefield 1 episodes that we did. So we brought him in. We've also had like Mark Dacascos come in on some other episodes. So we've worked with some celebrity guys here and there, but this is a whole new ball game for us.
Oh yeah, it seems like it's so much bigger. There's much more going on. The round table, everything else, and I mean, I loved it before, and but this now I'm excited to see what's happening. There's a lot more history going on too.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we've always tried to put as much history into our episodes as possible, but in this case now, not only are you getting our perspective from makers, we have historians coming in to talk about the culture, and then we have expert, people to actually demonstrate and test these weapons out. So. It's gone a little bit bigger budget, so it should be fun. I think they're putting together a great show.
Spending more money to destroy more things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but in this case, on our YouTube show, we just kind of did flashy demos at the end where we're just like cutting watermelons, and it's kind of like a little music video. But in this, it's not just going to be a demonstration; it's going to be true testing. Oh. So it's important for us to make these items as they would have been made back in the day, so we can have good historical tests on them and really disprove and prove some legends and see how these things really would have worked, how they would have been used on the battlefield.
Oh, yeah, because some blades were not so like decorative and everything, and some were just like legit, just there. They're going to be functional and amazing, and some harder steel than others and all that.
So we're going to dispel some rumors, and we're probably going to create some new ones too.
Lots of slow motion still going on with it.
Oh, I'm sure. The slow motion, close-ups. We really pride ourselves in getting a lot of the process of making stuff, and then the end part's fun too.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long have you been personally into weaponsmithing? Has it been the 19 years or longer?
I mean, when I was a little Carrie's my older brother. He's 19 years older than me. So when I was born, he was already doing this stuff. Mm-hmm. So when I was a little kid, I used to go by the shop, and it was always cool. I grew up at the Maryland Renaissance Festival, so that was just, to me, it wasn't like a thing. I just thought that's what people did. So it was really easy. I studied architectural engineering, almost any three-dimensional art. Photoshop when it first came out, I took all those classes, and then when it came to being a teenager needing a job at 15 years old, it was a really easy jump to go right into smithing. Yeah. So it's been a nice ride. It's not exactly what I had planned out for my life, but now that I'm here, it's pretty awesome.
I mean, granted, I'm sure you meant like office work was going to be a great idea or something, but desk jockey. But I mean, this is cool too, I guess.
I mean,
business.
Yeah, I even went to a technical school at one point to be, a network engineer.
Oh, wow.
Really glad that didn't turn out to be. I was good at it, but like you said, rather be stuck behind an anvil than a desk any day.
That's true. It's what makes you happiest, and the clang of the metal and everything. Something about that, really.
Yeah. Something about the noise, the sound, the atmosphere, being around other guys working their butts off all day long to create beautiful and deadly art. Essentially, it's a lot of fun, and it's a level of camaraderie a lot of people just miss out on. So it's about being in the trenches with your buddies too.
Exactly, like you're building something together.
Yep.
Do you ever, because I've gone to the Renaissance fairs out here, do you still go to Ren fairs?
Sure, all around. I do some pirate reenacting, so I do some of that stuff too, and I go to Ren fairs. I've been to a couple different fairs around here. My girlfriend's actually from the LA area, so it's, I get around a little bit doing different shows, Florida shows. I try to travel where it's warm, to be honest. Good call, but yeah, I enjoy seeing shows, and we actually sell our product in about 100 different Renaissance festivals around the country and internationally. So I kind of have an open invite to go anywhere I want.
I know you got the one coming up locally pretty soon. And are you listed as Man at Arms for the Renaissance Fair?
No, I mean, our business is Baltimore Knife and Sword, but we primarily wholesale to other sword dealers. So if you go somewhere and you see a stamp BKS on it, we made it.
Ooh,
yeah.
And it's probably really good.
Or this logo here, that's our logo.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll take a good picture of that in a second too. So are there any favorite weapons you really love to play with or make? Or either, I guess.
I think as a maker, a lot of people tend to specialize in things. For me, we make such a huge variety of different items that my my taste changes from almost week to week. Sometimes I have a year-long passion. I used to really love Egyptian weapons. I've kind of gone on to Viking stuff, just the construction methods they have in forging that. But I mean, Japanese stuff is always gorgeous. I just think a lot of people do it, so I kind of tend to go a different direction. But I like swords. So there's always something new. There's always a new passion brewing, and there's always a new opportunity to learn more.
Yeah. Now, with the Viking swords, do you kind of have any preference towards the ones that are actually more originate in the Viking side, or the ones that are more imported from other areas? With
for
the
me,
metal
all of it.
thing?
I mean, we made a Ulfbert on the YouTube series, and that kind of has a lot of different, importing, and that's a whole nother ball game that has a lot of different history and legends behind it. But for me, I like the pattern welded construction, multi-bar, so it's really flamboyant blade like that. Is just like an impressive pattern, and it's awesome and deadly at the same time. So that's what I like, and sometimes just the little knife that they made. So sax knives, spears, littler stuff has the same construction method, the same craft level, and the same, eye of detail that you have to make those as a sword. So it's fun doing all the different stuff, big stuff, small stuff. I enjoy it all.
And the small ones still cut you,
Yeah, exactly.
So do you have any other ideas of where you want this to go, whether it's with the show or other stuff you'd like to go digging into, making other stuff as well?
I mean, sure. I hope we have a long ride with the TV show. I think it's a very quality show. I think people are going to enjoy it a lot. There's so many. We only got a chance to touch on 8 different cultures. There's so many ancient and all the way up through modern day cultures that we could touch on. I'd love to maybe do some episodes where we focus on specific wars, so we do both sides and then test the weapons against each other.
Ooh.
I think that would be a neat twist on the series. There's so much we can do, and there's so much opportunity here. We're working with a great crew from El Rey. These guys know what they're doing. They get great shots. They had a good, when they approached us about the show, they had a good vision of what this show was going to be, and they executed it really well. So I hope we have a long run with this. I plan on making weapons forever, so if there's a camera pointed at me or not, I'll still be hammering and grinding away.
And when the zombie apocalypse happens, we'll know where
then I'll
first
be
of all to where to get us stuff, and yes.
That's when I'll get real famous, when everybody comes to me. But
we need him now.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Well, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm glad it's getting bigger and awesome, and you get to have fun with the shiny objects that you seem to really love doing.
Yeah,
So.
I hope we get a chance to keep doing it for a long time.
Absolutely.
Thank
Great
you.
talking to you.
Same here. Thanks.